Good morning, everyone. Welcome to Earth Science class. I am your teacher, Ma'am Athena Camila. Let's have a short opening prayer. Feel the presence of the Lord. Father God, come be with us today. Fill our hearts with joy. Fill our minds with learning. Fill our classrooms with peace. Fill our lessons with fun. Fill our friendships with kindness. Fill our school with love. Amen. So how are you all? I hope you are doing great, doing nice. May I just remind you of the following online classroom rules. Be on time. Be prepared. Turn on your camera. Do not eat. Dress appropriately. Mute your microphone. Raise your hand if you want to answer or if you want to ask something. And lastly, enjoy learning. Let me check first the attendance. Yes, very good. You're all complete. So this morning, our topic will focus on the rock-forming minerals. But before that, let's recall the three types of rocks that we have discussed previously. Yes, those three types of rocks are igneous rocks, sedimentary rocks, and metamorphic rocks. Before we proceed with our discussion, every day before the start, we are having a science trivia. Do you know who is this very important person in the field of mineralogy? Yes, you're right. He is Abraham Gottlob Werner. He is considered to be the founder of mineralogy because he was the first to systematically classify minerals during 1771 to 1800s. He classified those minerals by their physical characteristics. Thanks to him, we know how to classify minerals today. This topic will focus on the following objective. Identify common rock-forming minerals using their physical properties. Are we good? Are we ready? Let's begin. Please get a sheet of paper, any paper will do, and answer the pretest. Identify what is being asked. You have to choose the letter of the correct answer. Number 1. It refers to the quality of light on the surface of a rock, crystal, or mineral. A. Luster. B. Color. C. Streak. D. Hardness. Or E. Cleavage. Number 2. It is caused by the absorption or lack thereof of visible light by their crystalline structure. Letter A. Luster. B. Color. C. Streak. D. Hardness. And E. Cleavage. Number 3. It is the color of the powdered mineral produced when it is dragged across the surface. Same options. Number 4. It is a mineral's ability to resist scratching or abrasion. Choose from the following options below. And number 5. It is the tendency of a mineral to split or cleave along planes of weaknesses. Choose the correct letter. Okay, time is up. So what exactly are minerals? They are the building blocks of rocks. These minerals are composed of elements found in the periodic table such as gold, copper, diamond, carbon, graphite, and etc. The person who studies minerals is called mineralogist. Very good, you're doing great. We are going to discuss the 5 basic physical properties of minerals, namely luster, color, streak, hardness, and cleavage or fracture. Let's begin with luster. It refers to the quality of light on the surface of a rock, crystal, or mineral. Mineral with high luster is said to be very reflective. Let's look at the following minerals. Copper, silver, gold, and iron are said to be metallic lusters, while non-metallic lusters include pearly, vitreous, resinous, dull, greasy, waxy. These minerals on the screen shows the different luster or the lustrous content of the mineral or the rock. The second physical properties of minerals is color. Color is defined by the lack or absorption thereof of visible light by their crystalline structure. Look at the different colors of some of the minerals found all over the world. We have vanadite, duptase, vanadinite, quartz, and many more. They are colorful because they are made up of different elements found in the periodic table. We also have fluorescent minerals. Fluorescent minerals, they are somewhat glowing in the dark. And did you know that some of these minerals are stored or placed in a museum in different parts of the world? On the first one, we have fluorite, found in the United Kingdom, dolomite in Sweden, calcite in India, swerite in Sweden, and many more. The third physical property of the minerals is a streak. It is the color of the powdered mineral produced when it is dragged across a surface. What's the difference between the streak and color? If you are going to determine the streak of a mineral, get a paper or anything that you want to drag across your mineral. So look at this. For example, cinnabar. The color of the mineral or the rock cinnabar is black. But when you drag it across a surface, the color of the streak produced is brown. Very good. The next physical property of the mineral is the so-called hardness. It is a mineral's ability to resist scratching or abrasion. Hardness can be determined using scratch test. A simple scratching using coin, or even nail, or even your fingernail will do. And it is associated with Carl Friedrich Christian Mohs, a German geologist and mineralogist who is said to be the creator of the Mohs scale of hardness. Are you familiar with Carl Mohs? He classified rocks according to their hardness. So this is it. According to Mohs scale, pulp with the Mohs scale of mineral hardness 1, gypsum, calcite, fluorite, apatite, feldspar, quartz, topaz, corundum, and diamond, which is said to be the hardest mineral. The last physical property of the mineral is the cleavage or fracture. When you say cleavage, this is a plane of weakness. This is where the rock or a mineral tend to split or break or cleave. As you can see, some of the minerals presented on the screen has different cleavage or planes of weaknesses. When you throw it, it will either, yes po? Yes po. It's either it will break or it will stay the same, intact. Pero yan is composed of different cleavages, so those are some of the areas in which it is tend to break or split. Okay, let's recall the 5 physical properties of minerals. We have luster, color, streak, hardness, cleavage, and fracture. This time, we are going to have the activity number 1. You are going to identify the physical properties of the following minerals. Let's start with calcite. Is it lustrous or not? Yes, that's good. Calcite is lustrous. How about the color? Some of the minerals have different color, but let's see what is the color of calcite. Let's identify according to the pictures on the screen. Yes, good. That is color white. How about streak? We cannot tell because we do not have calcite and we cannot scratch it or we cannot drag it across the surface. Hardness. Based on the picture, can you tell, is it hard or soft? Yes, somewhat hard, somewhat soft. How about to the cleavage or fracture? Very good. It has cleavage or it has fracture. The second one is granite. Granite, is it lustrous or not? Very good, not so. As to the color, it has different colors. Streak, we cannot tell, we do not have granite. If you have granite in your home, you can try it. How about hardness? Yes, it's hard. That's why it is used in construction. Cleavage, it also has cleavage or with fracture. I will going to show you samples of rocks and minerals that is found all over the planet. Look at the different color, its physical characteristics, the luster, and others. These are some of the most deadly minerals according to geologyim.com. Why is it deadly? Because some of this contains elements which are harmful to our health. Just like asbestos. When it is powderized and then you inhale it, it's bad for your lungs. Okay, and others. Also, we have radioactive minerals. Look at the colors. Some of them contains radioactive elements. So they are also dangerous when not used properly. And lastly, I will going to share to you some of my favorite pictures from one of my favorite webinars. Training or seminar conducted on November 14 to 17, 2018 at Casa Lorenzo Daraga Albay, sponsored by Bicol University and Department of Science and Technology. This is Geology and DRR training for senior high school teachers of Camarines Sur. I've been teaching earth science for so many years, but some of the minerals that I have held in my hand during that training is my first time. So this is quartz with pyrite. On the other side, on the right, is fluorite. Gypsum, we also have calcite. Hematite, formed from the rapid cooling of lava from the volcano. Kaya siya nagkaroon ng mga bubbling effect. And we also have the high lustrous hematite. We also have diorite, schist, chalcopyrite, osseous, embedded on rocks, buried deep down under. Black limestone, copper ore. We also have petrified wood. Tektite. This is a stone coming from the outer space. In fact, this is my favorite from our training. It is brought to us on our planet through a meteor impact way back, a long time ago. We also had a tour from the different parts of Partido area in Camarines Sur, identifying some of the rocks on quarrying site. We also have mga columnar rock and other rocks. We have this speaker, Dr. Newhall, and some of the best speakers in Bicol region and nation. That's my thing during the training. Okay, so I hope you've learned something from our discussion. Let's have the post test. Number 1, it refers to the quality of light on the surface of a rock, crystal, or mineral. The answer is luster. Number 2, it is caused by the absorption or lack thereof of visible light by the crystalline structure. Answer, color. Number 3, it is the color of the powdered mineral produced when it is dragged across the surface. Answer, streak. Very good. Number 4, it is a mineral's ability to resist scratching or abrasion. Fantastic. That is hardness. And number 5, it is the tendency of a mineral to split or cleave along planes of weaknesses. The answer is very great, cleavage or fracture. For our take-home activity, you are going to identify the uses and sources of the minerals included in the Mohs scale of hardness. Do you have any questions so far? None? If none, thank you for not sleeping. Goodbye. See you next meeting.